What is up, brave duelist? Today we are bringing you one of the most fun decks in the game, Drytron, baby. Drytron is back. It didn't really go anywhere, but with Orange Light back to 2, it's back. For our main deck, let's start with the names. We have Triple Alpha, Triple Tribute Zeta, Triple Delta, 2 Gamma. You don't need any of that other beta, because we're not in beta. For more Drytron names, you have 3 Cyber Emergency, 3 Drytron Nova, and Fafnir to get your Nova, which is more names. And then 1 Foolish Burial, because that's also a name in this deck, because it can summon from your graveyard. Just 2 of the Ritual spell. I think these ratios are the best way to run the deck right now. You're pretty much always going to at least see, enough Drytrons in your hand to get some combos going. We have 1 copy of Draconids, however you say that. 1 Magician of Black Chaos Max. This is going to be your just say no to your opponent playing monster effects. 1 Natasha, and triple Ben 10, which is, you just love to see it. Should have always been at 3, never anything else. 2 Preparation of Rites, because that'll guarantee you get into your Ben 10. Ben 10's, obviously non-ones per turns. And then for our other Light Fairy searches off Ben 10, you will have Diviner of the Herald, just at 1, now you only need 1. There's really not much more to say about that. Vanity Ruler, if you need to use your normal summon for something like that. Sometimes your combos end, but you can still get that into your hand at least with 2 on field to tribute summon. 1 Lancea, because that deck people play in the format with the banishing of cards, that's why that's there. And Orange Light back to 2. Now you can actually have a chance of seeing it in your opening hand. People hate it, but don't hate the player, hate the cards. 3 copies of Droll. I thought about running Forbidden Droplet in this place instead, but you want something to stop their combos. And then for going second, with 3 Kurikaras. If you don't play Kurikaras, play a different deck now, because this card's just insane in this deck going second. So because it's a level 1, it can be an extender into your Xyz play, because you just need level 1s, as well as just a way of wiping your opponent's board. Let us move on to the extra deck. 2 copies of Mu Beta Fafnir. Dumps 1 of your Drytrons from your deck when it comes out. Also use its material as the Ritual Summon Tributes. Then we have our Donerd into Zeus play, because people hate Zeus, it's just a really good card. If your Kurikara's not wiping the boards, the Zeus is wiping the boards, Plenty of ways to do it. Got Beatrice to go into, because your Ben 10 plus your Diviner dump your Herald of Arclight, makes that a 6 plays into Beatrice just to dump another card. More extension. 1 copy of Relinquished Anima. A lot of people are just summoning right into a zone where this may point to, Really can catch someone off guard because people don't respect it. And if you don't go into your Anima, your other Link 1 is your Linkuriboh. The new card from Photon Hypernova for the deck, Dyna Mondo. You're running 2 of those. Target a card on the field, and the ritual monster in the graveyard, shuffle both into the deck. During your opponent's turn, you can tribute this to special summon a ritual monster from your, either special summon if you're in graveyard or add it to your hand. 1 copy of Herald of Mirage Light, because sometimes you get interrupted, you never know what you need to go into. If you're against a back row deck, then you have fairies in your hand though. Get a negate there on board. And then just for more Link plays, IP, everyone knows that one, Boral Sword, and Underworld Goddess, the classic white woman jump scare. It's fun to use your opponent's monsters to do your work. Arclight, and then our 1 copy of Entis, in case you need to send that off your Diviner. We're going to side deck some Herald of Ultimateness. Sometimes you just want to go first and set up a negate for whatever may happen. Then we have Sauravis, really good in this deck because he's good as a hand trap against targeting effects. But also, when your opponent would special summon a monster, you can return this card to the hand and negate the special summon if you do banish that monster. Then you have an Amorphactor Pain, because if you think you're against a deck that can, grind out a first turn and go for an OTK, make them skip that first main phase. How are they going to OTK you then? They will not. And then against back row decks, we're siding in the Batosbuster as well as the Magikey unlocking, because sometimes back row decks can be a problem. Also, one thing to note is that Batosbuster is a machine ritual, so as long as you have material on your Mu Beta, that'll keep your Fafnir alive as well to detach material for Expel, Trap, Negate as well. Lastly, we have 3 copies of Droplet, because if you want to send from your hand the Drytron monsters to negate something, you just use their effect, they summon right back. 3 Cosmic, 1 Duster, just more back row hate. And then lastly, 3 evenly matched, just to even the playing field. So now let's go into a combo just showing you the most basic of lock for your opponent. And so the combo is going to start with, as you may have guessed, Alpha and Zeta. And any form of these, any way you can get into these, as I showed you before. So many cards in the deck can act as a copy of Alpha and Zeta in various ways. So we're going to start with the slow, as the saying goes, Alpha tribute Zeta to summon Alpha. And Alpha will get you a copy of your Ben 10. Then you're going to do the Zeta tribute Ben 10. Zeta will search you the ritual spell, and Ben 10 will get you Ben 10. Crazy concept. Then you will overlay the 2 of these into your new bit of Fafnir, and that will send you to your graveyard. A copy of Delta is good to go. Delta's a good one for this. Delta, tribute your Ben 10. Delta, reveal a ritual spell, draw a card, and then your Ben 10 will get you Diviner. You can normal summon your Diviner, and that will send you Herald of the Arclight to your graveyard, and that will get you a ritual monster of your choosing, your Magician of Black Chaos Max. Next, you can use your Meteonis Drytronus to get rid of 2 materials to bring out your Chaos Max. No effect on that quite yet. And you can use your Drytron to target your Fafnir to get your ritual spell back to hand, because you can ritual summon more. But then you will go into using your, now that he was properly ritual summoned, you'll use this, and let's just say these 2. Go into your Dyna Mondo. This may look like nothing, but again, you'll have more on the board based off your hand. You go to your opponent's turn, draw themselves a card, tribute your Dyna Mondo, bring back your Chaos Max. Chaos Max effect. This gets rid of that Delta. Now your opponent can't activate monster effects on their turn. You started with 2 cards in hand for this, you ended with 2 cards in hand. You lost nothing in hand to say, opponent, extend your hand right now. And so that pretty much does it for the Drytron deck profile. Again, Herald of Orange Light back to 2. You love to see it. The Dyna Mondo can make amazing things happen from your graveyard. You have countless ways of being toxic, and I think that's pretty cool. So if you like this deck profile, drop a like, feel free to subscribe, we appreciate that. Hit the notification bell, because we're just getting started. There's going to be a lot more to come, different types of content. Thank you for watching. Brave Duelist. Signing out.